Good morning, everybody. Adam Gore here with another edition of the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi, 101.9 FM. And I tell you what, we got a full show, and it's going to be a busy, exciting week as it's the first week of football here at ICC. Campus is buzzing. Soccer's back in action. So the athletics are fired up back here at ICC. Remember, you can visit letsgoicc.com. That's letsgoicc.com to find full schedules of our fall sports going on. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at letsgoicc. To keep up with updates and maybe even schedule changes the way the rain's been the past few days. You never know when games will and will not be played. So on today's show, we'll have Dr. Jay Allen stopping by to talk about a big honor for the college from Wallet Hub. We'll also hear from Michael Holloway talking about the upcoming Junior Preview Day. And then we'll also take time to look back at last week's ICC Football Media Luncheon. We'll hear from ICC Football head coach Sean Cannon and offensive coordinator Chad Cook about the upcoming season, some of their expectations, and just get a little preview before Thursday's night game. Now, we do want to remind you, ICC will play Pearl River Thursday night. That game will be right here on Super Talk 101.9 FM. The Davis Ford pregame show, that'll come your way at 6 o'clock. And the First American National Bank opening kickoff will come your way at 6:30. Jim Ingram will join me in the ICC Foundation broadcast booth. You can find out how you can contribute to Itawamba Community College by visiting iccms.edu. That's iccms.edu for more information. Now let's take a look at what's coming up at ICC thanks to our friends at Little Caesars in Fulton, reminding you that the fastest pizza in Itawamba County just got faster thanks to the new Little Caesars app. You can order your pizza and even pay for it from the convenience of your phone. You can scan or even punch in your code there in the new pizza portal on South Adams Street. Quickest pizza, best pizza in Fulton. That's Little Caesars right here, just down the road from the college, actually. All right, so we already talked about football happening this week. On August the 30th, it'll be the last day to add e-learning full-term classes. Those you need to visit iccms.edu for more information on that. And then also on August the 30th, the soccer teams will open up division play as they travel to Ridgeland to take on Holmes, and that's a early key division matchup there as well. Also on the 30th, it is the homecoming court petitions are due. Students that are interested in participating in homecoming court must turn in their petitions by 4 p.m. at the following locations: the Dean of Students and Housing Office in the David C. Cole Student Service Building on the Fulton campus, and in the Student Affairs Office in the Student Support Center on the Tupelo campus. Also on September the 2nd, it'll be Labor Day, so campus will be closed that day. And then coming right back after that, it'll be another big-time soccer match you can watch on letsgoicctv.com, the Red Channel, when we play host to rival Hines at 2 and 4 p.m. Of course, we'll talk a little bit more about athletics and what else is coming up at ICC later on in the show. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk with ICC President Dr. Jay Allen about a big-time honor for ICC given out last week from our friends at Wallet Hub. Back with more at the ICC Hour right after this on Super Talk Mississippi.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.
I'm really getting a vacation vibe off of this mocktail slot.
This has transported me to some peaceful beach.
We needed to get away.
From what?
From that parking space.
Oh, yeah, we were there last week.
Oh, week!
Get them while you can. New mocktail slushes like Pina Colada.
Sonic Summertime Chicken BLT has basil, aioli, and melty mozzarella.
It's like they took a BLT and turned it on its head.
Oh, wait a minute. Nope, mine's just upside down.
Oh.
There we go.
Whew. Oh, I thought we were upside down for a second.
Hurry in for summertime BLTs. Order ahead for happy hour anytime.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef.
No, corn-fed.
On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula. Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkey's for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that.
Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our priority. With a 20-to-1 student-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Apply online today at apply.iccms.edu and come be a part of our ICC family. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi, now being joined by Dr. Jay Allen, the president of Itawamba Community College. And Dr. Allen, big news this week. I'll go ahead and let you just kind of roll this out for our listeners and viewers here.
Well, it's a tremendous day, really a tremendous week for the college and the communities we serve, Adam. And we're so excited. Wallet Hub has named us as the #1 community college in Mississippi, #1 best community college in Mississippi, as well as number 25 in the nation. Tremendous recognition for the college. So proud. We couldn't do this without great faculty and staff and our students as well. And we're so proud of what they're able to accomplish.
All right, so this is not the first time Wallet Hub has recognized ICC for our greatness. I'm going to be bold enough to say greatness, but kind of go over and touch, what this necessarily covers, what it was based on, and things like that.
Wallet Hub looked at 710 community colleges that are members of the American Association of Community Colleges. There's actually 1,200 members, but they looked at 710 based on data limitations is what they used. And so there's really over 1,200 community colleges in the country that serve 12 million plus students. So a large part of our country. They went through that, looked at a number of data points, and they came out with a measuring stick. And what was so great is that we were able to rise to #1 in Mississippi, but number 25 in the nation's even better. So proud of that. They also pointed out that community colleges are a tremendous way for people to gain that education and not create a financial strain for the future for themselves.
Absolutely.
And we say all the time, we offer a tremendous collegiate experience at a price point that is just unbelievable.
Absolutely. And what does this mean for the college? I know, a lot of people may see it and be like, it's just, but this is a big deal.
It is a big deal. And, you always look at the polls and how they calculate those numbers, and we may be #1 in this poll, #3 in that poll, depending on what data they were using and what they're interested in looking at. What's really great in this scenario is it's that validation of the hard work that our employees put in every day. Our faculty and staff, our student support areas that are working every day to make our students more successful is paying off. And that's being recognized. We've talked before recently about our graduation rate hitting an all-time high for us, how we surpassed both the state and the regional average. We look at how we're producing more graduates at the university than any other community college in the state, and how they're doing so at a higher GPA than even the students that started at the university. That doesn't happen by mistake. It happens through hard work in the classroom with our students, but also our faculty that guide them along that path and that work with them outside of the classroom to guarantee success. We have to have rigor all the way along, but we also have to have the proper support to help our students achieve the rigorous curriculum that we're putting them in.
So I guess you can say the slogan of the college, the best start here.
No doubt.
Now has plenty of backup to prove that to
no
be true.
No doubt. The best do start here. I'm so proud of what we're doing. Not just in that classroom, but in our student activities area, creating that true collegiate environment for our students, all of the performing art opportunities, the band, 250 plus member marching band. There's so many ways for students to excel and find their niche engagement point at our institution. It could be on our bass fishing club that competes nationally. It could be in any of our 11 varsity athletic programs with the addition of volleyball. So many ways for students to plug in. Our archery club sport team that's coming online this fall. So many ways to plug in and to find their way to be successful But what we want it to be is always in the classroom as well as all of those other opportunities. We're so proud of what they're doing.
Now, one thing I know for you, and you and I share this trait, number 1, it's good. 25 is good, can be better.
Can be better, no doubt about it. You know, I say all the time, we should be working to get a little better every day. It's those minor improvements that lead to major gains. And that's something we have to shoot for every day, is a little bit better. We can always find another student to make successful. We can always find another way to help a student have that educational gain they need. I'm so excited to see what our students are doing, not only right here, but when they transfer, and when they get that degree and they're looking for a professional program of study, that they're getting in those degree programs, med school and the like. So excited to see what our students are doing.
Absolutely. Well, Dr. Allen, I know it's a busy week. We've got football a little bit later on in the week,
yes.
soccer, weather pending today, but everything's looking pretty good so far. So just any final thoughts before we wrap things up?
Well, I just hope that the communities we serve are proud of this accomplishment. They're proud of the recognition of their community college, that they're excited about the future of ICC, the past, what we've accomplished and what we're doing right now today and what we're going to be doing in the future. And we thank them for that partnership and allowing us to serve their communities.
This has been Dr. Jay Allen talking with us here on the ICC Hour. We'll be back with more right here on Super Talk Mississippi.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com, the best bank in the South. All you got to do is go by and see any outlet of Renaissance Bank and you'll understand why they get that name for them there. But now we're going to step inside the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi Spotlight, talk with Michael Holloway. Michael, big event coming up in September, just a few weeks away. Tell us about the Junior Preview Day.
Junior Preview Day is an event that it's in its 4th year. We're very excited for this time of year because it's a time we get to kind of showcase ICC to the area's juniors. And we have approximately 500 juniors who have attended in these past events, and we're looking to have another big crowd this year.
Awesome. Now this year's event going to be even bigger and better. I know you guys have been putting in a whole lot of hard work into it and getting the word out, and hopefully some of our viewers and listeners right now can also make their plans to participate. So just go ahead and tell us about the day and the event and everything that will be going on.
Okay, great. That's going to be Thursday, September 19th at 3 o'clock. This will be hosted on our Fulton campus in the Davis Event Center. You can sign up for that now online, so sign up is taking place. Those registrations have been coming through. We started that sign up at the beginning of the month, and we'll run that until September 17th. So you can sign up online there. The day is going to be a fun-filled event. We'll get started at 3 o'clock. That'll be check-in. We'll have the ICC All-American Band and cheerleaders there providing a little entertainment.
Yep.
And we'll have a welcome from administration, and then the fun part. All attendees will get to see what all ICC has to offer. We'll have all of our academic and CTE, which is career technical education, and our health science programs represented there, so they'll get to meet with instructors from areas that they may be interested in. And then we'll also have all of our activities and clubs represented. One looking forward to, we're going to have in our computer science division a virtual reality
that's gonna be awesome.
simulator there that people get to check out while they're
Nice.
there. So
It's a fun day. That's the key to it. A lot of people are thinking, oh, it's just going to be a boring day, drag through the day, but it's very interactive. Of course, the faculty and staff at ICC, they're great. They love to interact with people, get them fired up about what they do. So just for maybe some parents that are listening or watching right now, why is this day important?
So the reason we came up with Junior Preview Day is because, one, dual credit has become a big thing in Mississippi. So students are graduating high school with more and more college hours. And so we want to step back from just focusing on high school seniors, because traditionally that's what you think about. Senior year is a time for you to plan for college. Well, these students are kind of becoming more ahead of the game, so to speak, as juniors. So we want to reach back, grab those juniors, let them see, what is offered at the college, and also housing.
Yeah,
that's one thing.
That's really big.
We have at ICC is more students need housing than we have dorm rooms available. So we actually encourage juniors to go ahead and get that dorm application in. So it's a chance to kind of let them know about that as well.
All right, so that was from the parent and student perspective. Like, if I were a junior right now, what do I need to bring, or what do I need to do and be prepared for on this day?
Okay, the one thing that you would need to do is sign up, bring a friend, bring a family member, and just be prepared to take it all in, because we're literally going to roll out the red carpet for you. We're going to have, like I said, everything on display for all the academic programs, career technical programs. So you'll get to see and hear from faculty who work in that day to day, our experts. So you'll get to see all of that. We're also going to have a campus tour.
Okay.
So you'll get to walk around and tour campus, see the buildings, facilities, classrooms, students, and then we'll feed you dinner at the end of the event, and then everyone will get a free pass to go in to see the ICC Indians take on Kahoma in a football game at 6:30 that night. So you get the whole experience.
That's what I was going to say. So in reality, you're a college student without having to go to class, basically. So you do get to see everything but going to class, what it would feel like being an ICC student.
And we will not give you an exam at the end of the event. So.
Perfect. Okay, the website. What is that website?
All right, it's iccms.edu/Junior Preview Day. Junior Preview, sorry. On the website, we do have a big banner advertising the event. If you click that, that'll take you to our site. And just sign up there. We just need your name, how many are attending, and that's all.
All right, so talk about your other role here at the college. What else do you do?
All right, so I'm a coordinator of student recruiting and advisor here on the ICC Tupelo campus. I've been with ICC for 8 years, all in a recruiting, advising capacity. And so I get to help students, prospective students, come see what ICC is about and how ICC can help fulfill their needs and move them along in their educational journey. But then also once they get here, I get to help them with academic advising and things like that. I'm heavily involved in Indian Delegation, which is our student recruiting organization. And so it's just great to see them from forming that relationship at the high school when they're there, seeing them become students here and working with them through Indian delegation and advising, and then the great things that they do after they leave ICC.
I know that's got to be a really rewarding part of your job, just basically see them from the beginning where they're like a nervous student, just, getting in college, and then, celebrating their victories where they graduate college. For you, that's got to be really rewarding side of your job.
When you say, you hit the nail on the head when you say graduation or graduating. That's my favorite event as an employee at ICC, because you get to see that joy and sense of accomplishment on their faces, the joy and sense of pride in their parents when they hear their names called and they walk across that stage. It's just kind of like a completion and job well done.
Absolutely. We're talking with Michael Holloway here, part of the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi ICC Spotlight on the ICC Hour presented by Renaissance Bank. Let's go back one more time before I let you go, and let's recap where they could sign up, and just kind of an overview of Junior Preview Day.
All right, going to be a big event. Junior Preview Day is Thursday, September 19th at 3 p.m. at the Davis Event Center at ICC Fulton campus. You can sign up at iccms.edu/junior preview. We get started at 3 o'clock. We will have a full itinerary of events. It'll be a great time. And you can end it that evening at 6:30 with a football game, free admission to that. So we'd love to have everyone come out and take part in this awesome event.
And then sign up and become a new member of the ICC family. So, Michael, appreciate you taking time out of your day to talk to us. Once again, visit iccms.edu/junior preview for more information. And we'll be back with more of the ICC Hour right here on Super Talk Mississippi.
At Renaissance Bank, we understand your company deserves individualized attention that will support your company's goals. Whether you're looking to finance or lease equipment, we offer flexible options to help you secure capital for your assets. Whether you're a transportation company looking to expand your fleet, a telecommunications company upgrading your capabilities, or anything in between, we can help you. We offer finance agreements or capital leases, tax leases, and track leases, as well as tax-free financing for municipalities and 501c3s. We've been providing financial services to businesses like yours for over a century. So let us show you how Renaissance Bank's equipment financing and leasing can benefit your company. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour presented by our friends at Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, renaissancebank.com. Now we're going to shift and take a look at the athletic side of things and take a look back at last week's ICC football media luncheon that happened on campus here. We're going to hear from ICC head football coach Sean Cannon and also offensive coordinator Chad Cook a little bit later on in the show. First off, we're going to hear from Coach Cannon. He's going to talk about the overall view of the team, his anticipation for the upcoming season, how things have been going to get ready for the season. He's also going to mention some of the guys he's going to be looking to lean on early on and maybe some of those players that's going to have to step up big as freshmen. So let's go to that interview now here on the ICC Hour.
All right. I want to thank everybody for being here. This is year 10 for me here at Itawamba. Year 6 as the head coach. These things never get old. Going to school the other day with my daughter. She says, "Daddy, are you getting nervous?" I said, "Absolutely, babe." And she said, "Well, why? You've been doing this a long time." And I said, "Well, if I'm not getting any nervous, I need to quit what I'm doing." I said, but this is an exciting time for us as coaches, our kids, you know, and just in general the country, if you think about it. I mean, everybody's getting geared up and everything, but I do want to thank our administration, you know, the great people to work for. Dr. Boggs, Dr. Allen, Coach Ball, Dr. Case over there, you know, just people that make our job really easy, you know. Sometimes you see the phone number come across the little caller ID and you look around like, oh man, what do they want, you know, and you kind of get scared to answer the boss call, you know, boss man's phone call, but it's never like that, you know, very easy to work with and keep you in line, of course, with our SIDs. Sports Information Department, you know, always keep you on the toes and interview here, interview there, and here we come, you know. So it's they always are doing that, but that's always good. You always kind of know what's going on with not only football, but all of our sports and everything like that. So, in media, appreciate y'all as well, you know, being able to come out and do this. And it just, you know, it always tells you football is here. Usually this is always a Thursday before we play, 7 days away, and so time is ticking for us for sure. So. But coaching staff, I know Dr. Allen introduced those guys. You know, I'm with these guys more now than probably my own wife and kids, and we always want to call these guys my friends. You know, me and Coach Williams, I guess now, and we're going on year 9 together. You know, Coach Cook's year 3, Coach McCray year 2, Coach Hosworth year 2, and I was able to hire Coach Marcelo Speaks this off season. Me and Coach Speaks have history. He actually played for me back in 2004 as a freshman linebacker at Delta State, and so it's always good as a coach. I'm able to, you know, go back and hopefully the influences that hopefully I didn't have much on him, but being able to bring a guy that I have familiarity with back on our staff and be able to hire him and coach with him, and so I'm you know, glad he is with us. Done a great job. So. As well as all of our coaches. But, you know, starting the season, really what do you expect? Who knows? 20 sophomores, 40 freshmen. You know, as a coach, you can talk a lot about here's what's going to happen, here's how things are going to be done. They can only get it through experience. And I think that's really what our league is about. You know, you don't have 3rd and 4-year players. You got 1 and 2-year players. And so you can talk about what you're about to get into with who you play in Pearl River and East Mississippi and whoever's on your schedule, but until they really get out there and experience it on their own, I think that you know, that's our best medicine, and we'll probably end up taking early. But I think the kids have been working hard this year. I do like our attitude of our football team. You know, in the past, you know, whenever I've been coaching, you get some that's going to complain. You get a lot of complainers. We were up this summer during our summer workouts, and we ran up the big hill toward Pontotoc Hall. You know, that's a pretty good hall getting up there. And I said, all right, let's get back to the practice field. You know, we got to walk, you know, pretty good ways back. And I've never heard one of them say anything. You know, it was just, let's go back and get our work done. And that's one thing that I think our kids have really done a good job of, is working, and that's really all you can ask them to do. Is work hard and get the best. You know, whatever you have in you, give it the best to this football team. If we're looking at what we have returning, you know, I never really like to talk about newcomers because I don't know how they're going to be. You know, and everybody always says, "How you going to be?" I said, "Well, I'll let you know about halftime of here next week. I'll let you know, but if you look at returning players, you always want to have a good balance of 50-50 if you can. Sometimes it works out like that, sometimes it doesn't. But, having a quarterback returning in Clark Mills, who bought his time last year, was a third string quarterback for us, and bought his time, came in game 2 of the second half and basically took over the reins and led our football team. Now, he had ups and downs, of course, but I think his experience going into this game is going to be a lot different than what we were last year. Having an experienced guy. Having a running back return in Hiram Waddington that ran the ball really good for us last year. Had a lot of production for us. He knows what it's going to be like to play in this league. Cameron Orr, offensive line, that came to us last year. Played all 9 games that we had. I think he took every rep in practice. I don't think he even came out of practice. And so we've actually got a little more depth behind him now, so he's actually been able to take a break in practice. But him and the guy we had last year never took a break, so maybe that's why he's playing a little better. He's got a little break in practice now. Receiving core, we have Damian Ely back. We got Augusta Cox and Jalen Gale. Those 3 played a little bit for us last year. They're going to be asked to be a bigger role this year. We lost a lot of production with Jamel Thomas in his production last year. We had year before we had Terry Williams out there, so we've always had a receiver that we've always been able to go to, and that's one thing that we kind of got a lot of questions right now of really who's going to step up in that role. But we do have a hopefully trigger man that will get the ball, to those guys. Defensively, I've said this in preseason. I've been asked a lot of this about our, we don't have any returning experienced defensive linemen. Now, we feel like we've helped ourselves athletically, but really the only returning guy I have didn't even play last year. He ended up having a preseason injury that kept him out for the year, and so we're brand new. So I don't really know how they're going to play in a game. Hopefully that what we've shown in practice is going to come out in the game, but you never know. Linebackers, I got 4 out of my 8 that came back from last year, and hopefully that's going to be our heart and soul of our defense early in the year until we can work out our kinks and let those guys get some playing time under their belt. Defensive back, we got Savante Oliver that's back for us that played a good bit for us last year. Kenneth Martin. And Jaquan Williams. So we're kind of up front in the secondary. We're a little bit young. We're a little bit green. Feel like we got really good athletes back there, and so we hope we can do that. Now, kicking game, had to replace all 3 of those. Punter, snapper, and kicker. Lost all of those. So we're breaking in 3 new ones there. So we're hopefully and I told the punter the other day, he kind of shanked a bad punter. Maybe he dropped a snap or something. Was working a punt out of the 1. And so the ball's on the 1. And I said, look, your deal is when that ball is snapped, you've got to catch it and get it off. I said, I don't care where it goes. I said, but you've got to catch the snap. Don't step back out of the end zone. Catch it and get it off, because here they come. And, of course, snaps the ball, and that's why we practice. Snaps the ball, he fumbles around, it's rolling in the end zone. And I'm like, let me tell you something, man. I said, if this happens in a game, I said, go to the other sideline. I said, don't come to our sideline. Now, that coach says, why are you over here, son? Because coach won't let me back on our sideline. I said, so just understand that, So I'm trying to, and that's kind of been my rule. I told the other coaches, nobody talks to the kicker, punter, or snapper with me, because I don't want them, come on, punter. I said, nope. I said, only those are mine that I get to yell at. But they've done a really good job, and but just those other guys understand those are critical, that can win us a game and do those things. So that's kind of where we are with those. But I'm really excited about our kids. I feel like that our attitude has been really good. They've worked hard, and I feel like that if we can continue to strive and get better each week, then I feel like our football team can go where they want to. And I think the biggest thing is we got really good leadership. I think our sophomores we have on our football team now have a lot of character about them. Was able to spend a lot of time with them over the springtime because we didn't have a whole lot of them. We barely had a spring practice. I mean, we didn't have hardly any bodies, but was able to kind of spend a lot of time with those individually. Got really to know those guys and feel like they're really good men. And I feel like their successes are going to be a lot more after when they leave here to be successful once they move on to their next school. And and I always kind of go back to that as a coach. I look and see, well, would I let these guys, would I drop my 3 kids off and let these kids babysit my kids? Now, some in the past, I don't know about that one, but some of them I have now, you feel like that as a coach, and that's always good. You feel like they got a lot of character about them, and you feel like that that character's going to come out in the end. Now, we have not taken a snap full speed yet, and that could all go, kind of like Dr. Allen was talking about earlier. So, you can have a plan all you want to until you get hit in the mouth, then what's going to happen, And so I think that's our biggest questions as coaches is how are we going to handle that adversity? We hadn't had a hit yet. How are we going to handle? And I said, guys, we could be up 30-0 first game in the first half. Who knows? I said, we could be down 30-0. I said, look at last year. We were down 20-6 against these guys. Came back and beat them. I said, so you never know what's going to happen in this game. You've got to be ready for everything. And I think that's one thing we try to do a lot now in practice is give them the situations. We worked on 2-point plays yesterday. And that might seem, well, Coach, why are you going and kick the extra points? Well, I remember 2 years ago, we had to use all 3 of them at Gulf Coast. Game 1, we had to use all 3 of them. 2-minute drill. Why do we need 2-minute drill? We had to use that one, but we practice those situations. At least our kids have an idea about, what's going on. Now, can we get them ready for everything? We talked about it, one this morning's coach. I'm like, I don't know. We just got to work ourselves out of it, So that's really been our biggest thing is working our kids in situationals and know what to do and here and there. And, as a coach, 2 things you worry about is your team's going to be in shape, which you feel like, man, we've run a good bit, and then I don't have 12 on the field. Don't have 12 on the field. The other day I was watching Monday night. I went home to eat supper and I saw the Come On Man. Y'all seen that? With the NFL and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, NFL. First time they had 12 on the field on their punt return. I'm like, whoa, I bet that coach is mad. Next time they took the field, they had 10. Count 10. Then he's mad again. Then they had 11 the next time. Everybody's good with no returner back there. So the punter for whoever they were playing punted the ball, rolled like 75 yards. And you can see the coach grabbing that headset. And I'm like, man. So they say I got up next morning about 5 o'clock, just worried to death, like, man, we're gonna have 12 on the field, not a returner, So those are just things you got to kind of get yourself ready for and prepare your kids as much as you can, and you got to let them go play, And that's one thing I think that want to see these kids go out and compete against another team, and I think they're ready to do that. And when people say, well, what about your schedule's the same, and it is, but the opponents are always different. Might have the same colors and the same helmets and the same jerseys that they had on the year before, but every team we're going to play is different again. Might be 1 or 2 that you remember that you played against, but they're all new. Every team's new, And so that's what we got to be ready for, just that challenge of week in and week out of getting our kids ready to go and be ready to play, a grueling 9-week schedule. And we were talking about, I told them, I said, preseason is a lot longer than during the season. You look up, we got 27 practices left. Once we start, that's it. That's all we do, And I said, so once they start, here they come. And I think the kids' mentality really don't get that as much right now, but I think it will as we go.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Zelle is the new way to move money, and it's already included inside your Renaissance Bank mobile app. No additional downloads, no additional signups. Whether you're paying a friend back for pizza or chipping in for gas, Zelle lets you send money quickly to almost anyone in your contacts. Here's how it works. Open the Renaissance app, log in, and tap the blue button with the white plus sign on it and select Zelle. Choose Send, Request, or Split. Pick who you want to exchange money with, either from your contacts or by entering a phone number or email. Choose the account you want to pay with and select an amount. Review and confirm. To stay organized, you can even include a short description of what each payment is for. That's it. Your money is on the move. Most payments take place in just minutes. No need to download another app. It all happens inside here. Balance the bill, split the check, and pay your way with Zelle. To learn more about Zelle, visit RenaissanceBank.com or download the Renaissance Bank mobile app to start using Zelle today. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
I'm really getting a vacation vibe off of this mocktail slot.
This has transported me to some peaceful beach.
We needed to get away.
From what?
From that parking space.
Oh, yeah, we were there last week.
Oh, week!
Get them while you can. New mocktail slushes like Pina Colada.
Sonic Summertime Chicken BLT has basil, aioli, and melty mozzarella.
It's like they took a BLT and turned it on its head.
Oh, wait a minute. Nope, mine's just upside down.
Oh.
There we go.
Whew. Oh, I thought we were upside down for a second.
Hurry in for summertime BLTs. Order ahead for happy hour anytime.
At Itawamba Community College, your education is our priority. With a 20-to-1 student-teacher ratio, you will get the help that you need from your instructors. With 3 locations in Fulton, Tupelo, and Belden, ICC offers classes that will prepare you to enter almost any job field of your choice. Apply online today at apply.iccms.edu and come be a part of our ICC family. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour. We just heard from Coach Sean Cannon talking about the upcoming football season, which starts Thursday night. You can hear it right here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM as we start things off at 6 o'clock with the Davis Ford pregame show and have that First American National Bank opening kick against Pearl River at 6:30. So you want to be sure and tune in for that. If you want to watch the game, it will be available on letsgoicctv.com, the Red Channel. Now let's go back to last week's ICC Football Media Luncheon and hear from Offensive Coordinator Chad Cook about the upcoming season for the Indians.
This will be like my 3rd year here, been a 2nd year, but the only year I've been here where I've got the same offensive staff. Coach Cannon does an outstanding job of, getting good coaches with us, and me and Mac and Josh kind of talked early last year, what's the point of emphasis? And it's finishing drives. Right? We've been able to go from the 2 to the other 2 as fast as anybody. But there's been games where Coach Cannon will go for it and 1 yard or less, right? You always hear football, a game of inches, and we struggle to get that. Now, we can get 50 in a heartbeat, but it's when it's like the other team knew we was running it, we was wanting to run it. That was a point of emphasis to get better at. Well, so far this camp, we recruited some bigger offensive linemen that's got a little more meanness to them. We got bigger at running back / H-back. Cameron Orr, Jacob Cunningham, 2 of our linemen that are coming back, have done a good job of kind of grabbing these freshmen. Because when we walk out there next Thursday, 3 of them, it'll be their basically first game. If any other ones have to come in up front, all those guys are freshmen. And up front, and Coach Mack has done an outstanding job of trying to get 5 to play as 1. Because you can have 4 receivers and 3 of them run the wrong route, and if the quarterback sees the right route, it looks good on offense. You can have 5 offensive linemen going, and 4 and grade out 80%. 4 or 5 are outstanding. Everybody says, come on, O-line, can't block. And the thing we've tried to stress there is we're going to get that extra yard to help put those games away. I go back to East Mississippi in 2017. It was inside the 1 yard line 3 times, and they stopped us, and blocked the field goal. And that was the #1 team in the country. We were so close to getting there. And I'm anxious to see Thursday, do we respond? We got 2 packages, and you'll probably hear me hollering it from the stand. You hear me holler, tank? I'm trying to make them think something explosive about to happen, or truck. All right, we've worked really hard on that of short yardage. A lot of big guys in there. And like I said, Jacob and Cameron have done an outstanding job there. Right? A lot of people want to talk about the quarterback. Right? My first year here had Dan Ellington. Right? Probably the most accomplished individual I've ever been around. Like, I always felt like I watched a lot of film, and I'd check huddle, and Dan Ellington, who's within 21 hours, was right there with me watching film. Like that, and that's why I was really good on offense, because great players make great coaches. Last year, standing right here, one of the first questions was, who's going to play quarterback? And I'm like, I really don't know yet. I was being honest because we still had a week left to get there. Well, Clark Mills is back. All right, a little about him. I remember it was actually the day after we had this meeting last year when we had had this luncheon. I said, son, the way it stands right now, you're going to be third. And he kind of looked at me funny. I said, now it's up to you if you become second or become first. You can stay third, but if you want to do something about it, you can become second, you become first, you'll be playing. Well, sure enough, by the second game, brought him into halftime, ended up leading the state in passing. All right? So, but I've told him this year, I said, we've had the quarterback at ICC in 17 and 18 lead the state in passing. I said, it's not any pressure, but I want to be able to use you kind of an extension of a coach. You're going to know, you know protections now. You understand defensively, and hopefully he can kind of add that extra element, you know, because in a game, if there's 90 plays, I try to about 74. If I can get to about 74, then I put us in a good situation, and he cuts half of those other plays, we got a chance to win, you know, because nobody's perfect, and I've been really pleased with him. Dylan Falk, freshman from Hernando, is a guy that's, I've just tried to cram everything. I'm coaching him the same as I coached Clark. Clark was here summer, fall, spring, summer, fall. This kid's only been here summer and fall. So I've kind of overloaded him up to this point, see what he can handle in case something happens, he's got to go in and so on. So he's done a good job there. Running backs, Hiram Wallington's back. You know, just the kids that I love to coach. The only time you hear his name, there's something great beside him. He's going to go to class. He's going to do everything you ask him to do. He'll have above a 3-point GPA. He just does things the right way. And he has kind of started like bleeding off to some other guys in my room. He's making them better. Like they see, a lot of them you get them as freshmen, I want to run the ball. Well, I mean, you got to be able to run the ball if you're running back. But also, my first thing is no block, no rock. That's what I tell all of them. You're going to block. You know, and if you get my quarterback hit by not blocking, you just kind of like Coach Cannon said, you need to go to the locker room because you're done. You know, because I want to see if you're blocked. And Hiram kind of already had that mentality when he got here, so he it's just kind of spread through the room. You know, where they're all kind of playing together and rooting for each other. Brought in Tyler Day from North Little Rock, big kid now. I think his physical said 6'4" and a quarter. I think it's 238. Kind of playing him as an ace and a bigger running back. To go back to what I started, we're going to solve these short yardage problems. You know, a guy that I expect a lot of big things out, won't know how he'll, you know, play till we get out there. Receiver-wise, lost a lot of guys. Been lucky enough to have the #1 receiver in the nation the last 2 years. Terry Williams and Jamel Thomas, 2 guys that, it's crazy how it always works. If they do the right thing on the field, off the field, do what you ask you to do, that's the ones that have success. The ones you don't have to worry about chasing them or trying to get them to practice hard or trying to make them block or trying to, you know, get them to do all the little things. And we kind of, I won't say a hole there. We've got some good candidates, but somebody's going to catch that first pass next Thursday. Who is it? I don't know. You know, and hopefully maybe we can spread it out, you know, among different people, because it makes you, you know, better as an offense when it's just not one guy they can look at. So, and I tell Clark, we'll sit in here to kind of give you a little story. He'll come in, both quarterbacks, and we'll do puck, which is pass under pressure. Right? That means it's 3rd and 8, and we try to tell the kids, don't get 8, get 10. And they'll come in like, what blitzes you think we see today? I said, look, and Dick LeBeau was 50-something years in the NFL. All right, he is a player and a coach. I mean, that's 5 generations he was coaching. That's Dick LeBeau Jr. right here, Coach Cannon. And the many different blitzes they have, and I said, look, I know it's frustrating because it looks the same, but it's totally different every time. If you'll mentally lock in here, when we get in the game, it will be a breeze, all right? Because he's going to give you, if we run 8 plays of puck, you're getting 8 different looks, and it looks like blitz, and it's not. It looks like man in his zone, and it frustrates them, you know, at the beginning. And even offensive linemen, like the other day, to add on to that, Clark checks to protection. Well, as soon as he checks, Coach Cannon checks. Well, then Clark's checking again, and then they check again, and then Coach Cannon's like 3, 2, 1. I'm talking about the play clock, you know. And I said, look, we can't check it 3 or 4 times. Let's just get one and go. So, but excited, glad to be here. Like Coach Cannon said, it's good people here. I've kind of been all over the state. It's the only college I've ever been to, but you know, it's great work for great people here. They help you in any which way you can, and I'm just excited to get this thing going next Thursday. So I hope I kind of told you a few things about offense, point of emphasis. You know, hopefully I'm calling tank or truck a lot. That means we're close to the goal line. You know, trying to score more points. But thank y'all for y'all's time.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
And that's going to do it for this edition of the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi. If you missed any of today's show, it will be available on letsgoicctv.com, the red channel in the on-demand section. Also on our YouTube page, just simply search the ICC Hour. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Itawamba CC and at Let's Go ICC. That's how you keep up with everything Itawamba Community College. I do once again want to thank you for tuning in to this week's edition of the ICC Hour. We'll be back next Tuesday with more about Itawamba Community College, so you'll want to be sure and tune in each Tuesday right here on Super Talk Mississippi. This has been Sports Information Director and Director of Media Relations Adam Gore. Y'all have a blessed day, and as always, Roll Tribe.